And we are live. Hello, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in for this live stream. And let's see, who do we have in the chat? We have Filmkid in the chat saying hello. That's about it. Okay. Based on my luck, most likely, since I just started this thing, I'm about to get some flooding. I hope. Okay, now we have started. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and hit that like button. Let's see, what are we at right now? What are we at? 2 likes, one of which is mine. Kind of pathetic, though. Okay. We got 3 comments within a pretty good thing in time. Drew's here saying, hey everyone, what's up? Glad to see you always ask that question. Doing good. Oh no, a line from that horrible film Minions. Okay, I am planning to watch a Death Proof today. Quentin Tarantino. Tell you if it's good, and then I'm gonna try to let my dad to get me to watch Pulp Fiction tomorrow. Oh, that is so good. That is borderline top 10. It might be top 10 now that I think about it. It is so dang good. Wow, that film was great. It's just a masterpiece of a film with and really snappy dialogue. But to be fair, that's something that Quentin Tarantino always does. He always has snappy dialogue, great characters, and that was a great deal. It was on sale for $5. Actually, no, technically $4.99, but you could also technically say that is $5. So, talk about a good deal right there. Fantastic film, one of my favorites, easily. Not top 5, definitely, maybe top 10, maybe top 10. Now that I think about it, but. Whew. Okay, now that we have more people in here, make sure to hit that like button, guys. And also, Film Kid. Hold on. There. So, Film Kid, make sure if you are in here to Film Kid and now Drew, since I now made you Drew a moderator. Since you guys are in here, if we get anything out of hand, make sure to do your duties of being the guys in charge of having to take care of that. If Drew has to leave, then that's fine. Film Kid, hopefully you can stay. But if you guys can both stay, that's good. But I need some help here. Okay, Film Kid. Yet you want to make fun of his movie with probably the most snappy dialogue, which is Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs may be good. It cannot have more snappy dialogue than Pulp Fiction. You haven't seen it. That is great. And that's not just me saying that. Yeah, it is. Okay. We already have 3 people in here, and I'm also gonna. What the? Oops. I'm also everyone. Recently, I just got out Patreon, so I recently just put that out. So if you guys are in the mood to support me, then that is the best way to do so. Here's what if you guys go up to my about card, you guys will see the link to my Patreon. If you guys want me to see a movie really bad, then there's all sorts of things you can do by Patreon, and you can get the tiers I have are the $3 tier, which is my Minions, where you get access to exclusive content and more. I will be talking about this in my next video and going over it again. So you have for the $5 tier, which is my fans, where you get access to early content and more. Then you have my diehards at the $10 a month, and then you have access to exclusive content, voting monthly for videos, and a shout out on a card in my videos, which I will need to make as soon as I get some Patreons that join that tier. And then you have my Fanatics, which is the tier for $20 a month. Access to exclusive content, voting monthly for videos, shout out on a card in my videos, personal requests for a movie I purchase and rent with the money that you give me, as in the money that you give me of like paying me a month, I will use that to buy a film that you guys really want me to check out and review one-on-one video chat with me every month for 1 hour through StreamYard, of course. That is all the perks you get. So if you guys are interested in Patreon, really want to support me with all that, and think I'm just awesome, so you think it would be awesome and really want me to see a movie, then I would highly suggest Patreon is the best way to do so. Chronicles the Arnie says, "Hey, that's awesome. I know you were talking about that yesterday. So glad you did that. Thank you." Still on the Living Daylights. I'm going to try and finish that one today and then get to License to Kill, which is debatably one of, if not the most violent in the franchise. Film Kid, I got Patreon too. Great. Also, if you guys are willing to support him, also check him out too. Film Kid, the opening scene alone to Reservoir Dogs has some of the most snappy dialogue I've ever seen in movies. You haven't seen Pulp Fiction. Just keep that in mind. So if you God's choose a movie that I buy, and you get a lot of really what the muted. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Okay, good. Yes. So anyway, so Godzilla, if you wanted, like, since you really wanted me to check out the Abyss and stuff, if you join Patreon, that means that I can use the money that you give to buy that at a certain tier. Then you actually get access to telling me which film that you want me to buy, all sorts of that stuff. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you just love my channel so much, any of you guys, and really want to support me, that is the best way to do so. Okay. Film Kid, the tiers are $5. $5 tier is Resistance. $10 tier is the T800, and the $15 tier is the Godfather. Yeah, I know. I saw. Okay, good. Okay, good. I didn't think I muted myself, but apparently I did. But I will try and copy the link. I'm going to put the link in the comment section. So if you guys really want to support me, I will put it in the comment section if you guys can take a look. So if you guys really want to check it out, there. And I'll pin that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Film Kid, I'll tell you my thoughts on Death Proof. I'm just hoping it's not my least favorite Tarantino. No comment. There we go. So the link should be available to be put for people to press. I hope. If not, just go to my about card. But I am really wanting to get a few patrons because it also means I'm doing like a project about like what I'm going to do when I grow up. So I'm also trying to put in some Patreon stuff. So it also means that you're technically in my homework too. You're helping me out with some of my homework. So that would be very kind of you to please help me with that part as well. Okay, now we're at 3 likes. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Film Kid. Also, I went to the library yesterday and I picked up 5 movies. Nobody, Death Wish remake, with Bruce Willis, Candyman 2019, La La Land, and Raging Bull. Some of those, have I seen any? No, I have not seen any of those. I need to check out all of those. Maybe not the Candyman one, but I'll probably check it out soon. But it's not like one that I like am dying to. Basically, all the rest are ones I'm dying to check out. Especially the Death Wish remake, because I think Bruce Willis is awesome. He is fantastic as John McClane, who is the main character of my literal favorite film of all time in Die Hard, which honestly, you will find very few people that will argue that it's not a perfect film. It is a great film. Okay. There. There, I think that's better. I think you guys can hear me better now. I just put in my mic. I accidentally forgot I didn't have it plugged in. There we go. We're on a bit slower side of this live stream, but we still have time. Film Kid, when are you going to watch The Social Network and Whiplash to prove that it is better than every movie in your top 4? Not better than any of the movies in my top 4. I'm sorry, it isn't. None of them are. They can be masterpieces, but my top 4 are just like perfect films. You just have been watching all the movies and then just saying that each one is not your favorite film. So you'll forgive me if I can't really trust that opinion, especially since you keep changing your opinion. So it's like I cannot tell anymore with this guy. A little water break. Film Kid, I can't keep a top 4. My opinion changes so much on movies, and mainly because there's so many great movies out there, which is why I cannot really trust you when you say that it's like better than all your top. When you say that it's better than all my top 4, not only because my top 4 are easily my top 4, but because I also can't trust you because you'll just rephrase it sometime. You will. Okay. Be sure to share this, guys, if you want me to get much more popular. Be sure to share this stream because right now it's seeming a bit slow. Okay, I'm going to put the... Where's the link? Here it is. Here it is. There we go. There we go. Make sure to check out Patreon. Film Kid, also, does Pulp Fiction have anything really big in it besides the language? Not really. Just a lot of violence. I'll just say that it's extremely violent. Godzilla, have you seen the Hannibal Lecter films? I have not. I've wanted to see Silence of the Lambs so bad. I do not know if I'm going to enjoy Hannibal. I'm sorry, Ridley Scott. I'm sorry. Or Red Dragon. I don't know. But I really wanted to see the Silence of the Lambs. I hear that one is supposedly one of the greatest films of all time. Okay. I know. Not happy about it, but I know. Chronicles of Narnia it has now been shared with 8 people. Okay. Got it. What the? Sorry. There we go. I'll put that one up. So hopefully I'll get my first follower on Patreon soon. That at least gives me a bit of money that I can use for some more movies. Possibly money I can use towards like Fight Club, which I really want to get. Phone Kid, I mainly only watching La La Land for the sake that I absolutely loved Whiplash. Oh yeah, it's from the same director. I need to check out that guy's work. My brother bought First Man because he really wants to see it because he's like doing something on Neil Armstrong. So I'm gonna see it soon. But First Man is Ryan Gosling in it. So can you really go wrong with Ryan Gosling? Okay, Barbie. Okay, that's one dud. But even then, he was still awesome in Barbie. No one is idiotic enough to say that he was bad in Barbie. He was great in Barbie. The movie may not have been great, but he was great. Like his there's a reason that he was actually, I think he actually got Oscar nominated. Like the physical stuff he does now is crazy. And he's pretty jacked for someone that's supposed to be playing a Ken, but it is pretty funny. I still need to check out Blade Runner 2049 because I know Okay, no, okay, no. The only reason that you hated him and that is because you intentionally are just hating on it because you think you look cool with that. Trust me, he is awesome in Barbie. You know that. What's her name? Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie are both by far the best actors in there. They are great in it. You are only biased against it. They are great in it. You know that. You just don't want to admit it. Even I will admit that, and I do not like the film. And it is not a half-star film at all. Not at all. It's a bad film, but it's not that bad. Okay. It may be a bit sexist, but still. And you can say that you didn't like him in there, but if you're saying he's horrible, that means that you're wrong. He was great with his physical stuff. No one is stupid enough for that. Film kid, I am being full blown serious. I don't like anyone's performance in Barbie because you don't like Barbie. You like his performance. You like his performance. You just don't like Barbie. So you're trying to bring him down. Godzilla's ranking of the Hannibal movies is 5 Hannibal Rising, 4 Hannibal, 3 Manhunter. Oh yeah, Hannibal Rising and Manhunter are in there. 2 Red Dragon, 1 Silence of the Lambs. Never seen any of them, but I need to. Okay. I think I'll reshare this on my community tab. Okay, let's share this thing. Film Kid, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Gladiator and give us a little review on it? I'm not going to give a little review on it. I'm going to probably put a review over on Patreon for the exclusive. So that's another reason why you guys will want to join that because I'm going to put that as well as a Braveheart review on there and some more reviews and rankings and other stuff. But I'll just give Gladiator a probably a 10 out of 10. I love that film. Maybe 9.5. 9.5 or 10. It's one of them. It was a fantastic film, but I'm putting out a review on Patreon soon. So guys, that is the reason why you're going to want to join Patreon so you guys can see what my thoughts are on that classic of a film. Whew. Okay. Film Kid. Honestly, if I had Patreon or if anyone signs up to it, I would just do the review like maybe a week before, so the Patreon members can see it, and then release a regular review on YouTube. I'm gonna do it for some of those, but I think that one will be an exclusive just for giving my members some stuff to chew on if as like a reward because everyone else can just get that. It feels like it's partially cheating, like they're just paying for nothing. They need something that they get as a reward. Yeah. So even if you're just one of the minions, then you still get access to it. But I would highly suggest going for at least my fans or even my diehards and fanatics. Diehards is probably my favorite of them. Godzilla, when do you think you'll watch the Dirty Harry franchise? Do not know. Want to see him. I think Clint Eastwood's great. I've only seen him in a fistful of dollars that I know, but he is awesome. Film Kid, and also since I doubt no one is going to subscribe to my Patreon, I'm honestly probably not going to release a ton of content on there. I'm not going to as much until I get some people on there. Godzilla, when will you complete the Jason Bourne franchise? When I get time and when I buy them. I may buy Identity and Supremacy soon because those are on sale, but I need to get them done. It's definitely good to franchise, just not like top tier like Die Hard or James Bond or pretty much any of those top tier franchises. because those are great franchises right there. I bought Casino 2 days ago for $5. Interesting. Okay. But you want to talk about a good ending to a movie? Check out the ending to Gladiator. I'll just say that. It's a great ending. No one spoil it, but just say. I'll just say this. It's a great ending. But no one spoil it in the comments. I'll need to delete that because no one should have that spoiled. But it is a great ending. If you've seen the film, you know what I mean. Oh, and yes, he is talking about Martin Scorsese's Casino. Debatably one of the most debatably one of his most well-known films. Although pretty much all of his films are well-known, he makes a lot of classics. Let's be honest. Okay, let's take it. Okay. I'm waiting it 1 second. Film Kid. It's not a great ending, but it's a good ending. I wouldn't give it an absolutely amazing ending because I like other parts in the movie more. I thought that was the best part of the film. It was a great ending to it. I feel like some of these hot takes you just kind of have on purpose, just to set people off. I'm just saying. That's really what it feels like. Sorry, I had to pop my neck. Ow. There we go. A bit slow today, as always. Film Kid, no, the ending kind of got ruined because of that they are making a Gladiator 2. Oh yeah, that totally screwed it up. It's impossible to make a Gladiator 2. It's going to be extremely unnecessary, and it's most likely going to be one of the worst of the year. Although hopefully I hope I am wrong in that in my 2023 movies ranked, if I'm not doing a live stream and I actually do a video, I actually play the clip of me saying that what I just said to say I was wrong, guys. I am so happy. But I am 90% sure, actually no, 95% sure that is not going to be the case, and that it's going to fall on its face, and it's going to be a pretty terrible film, probably. How do you make a Gladiator 2 and think that is a great idea? Because they're trying to do a cash grab of one of their most famous films that they have because they can't think of any good ideas. Man, it's not that hard to think of just original films. Or if you can't, just don't try to make any films. Leave that to someone else. Godzilla. I'm not particularly excited for Gladiator 2. Very few people are. TR says you're a square if you don't do a face reveal right now. Then I guess I'm a square. Okay. We have some more people in here. Yeah, like one. Film Kid. Any modern day Ridley Scott isn't that good because Napoleon is very low. Is a very low 4-star movie. You give all the films 4 stars usually. I just have to say that. I'm not stupid, so I'm not going with either. If I say truth, then you're gonna say what is your identity or what is something about it, and if I say dare, then you're gonna dare me to turn off my cams to show you my face. I can't do that. I'm not stupid. Besides what a lot of people will think. A lot of people will very much think that. Okay, but who do we have in here? Right now we have Godzilla and okay, I'm saying who do we have okay, we have Tiara, Godzilla, and Film Kid. So Film Kid and Godzilla, be sure if anything gets out of hand to come and stop it. Be sure to come and make sure that nothing gets out of hand and do your moderating duties because you both are moderators. I heard about that. Godzilla says there's also a sequel to Twister called Twisters coming out as well. I know. I don't think he or she was trying to be that bad, but I appreciate the effort, Chronicles of Yarnia, for at least trying to how do I say this? I'm running out of words. Trying to protect me, but yeah. Why do I keep running out of words like this? I think is my mic on? Yeah, it should be. Okay. But I do not think they should be making Gladiator 2. If there's no need for it. They're obviously going to have to make an entirely different story because they can't tie it to the first film too much because if you know why it's basically impossible for them to tie it to the original and it'll make no sense. Uh, mm, mm. I know. Very funny. Yeah, I know. But anyway, this Gladiator thing, the Gladiator 2 better be better. It better be decent. If it is bad, oh, I don't think I'm even gonna check that one out in theaters. It's extremely unnecessary. But the cast is mildly intriguing. The cast is a bit intriguing. I will just say that. It's not the best cast in the world by any means at all, but it is a good cast. Pretty funny how you can have something like movie 43 which debatably has the best cast of all time because it basically just has every single actor that you will ever find a film in it, and yet it's considered one of, if not the worst films of all time. Okay, what Tarantinos are you allowed to watch? Pretty much all of them, I think. Maybe not Django. Maybe Django. I don't know. Need to ask. Need to buy it. Oh, by the way, if you're hearing anything, I'm flipping a coin. I like to try and do it. Been getting pretty good at it. Be sure if you guys have a YouTube channel to share this video so I can get some more people in here so I'm not having to like stop every 2 seconds or like having to really start my rants. Godzilla, there's apparently characters from the original Gladiator returning. Odd. I have no idea how they can even tie it because of the way they ended the first one, how they could even make a different story. They'll have to go entirely different. They can have characters that are probably in the first film, but this film is going to be bad, probably. I am 99% sure at this point. Not 95, 99. This better be like top 3, if not top 2, most surprising films of 2024, or it's going to fumble hard. But there's some films I really need to see in theaters this year. Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Deadpool 3, Alien, Romulus. Those ones are ones I'm really wanting to see in theaters. Pumpkin, when are you going to watch Inglourious Bastards? I do not know. Maybe tonight. I can try. I'll put a poll out to see which film I should watch first. This will take a second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Okay, this could take a second, guys. So I'm gonna allow the comment section to fill up a bit more. Hopefully, it at least fills up a little bit more. Okay. No. This will be the film that I will watch whichever one wins. There we go. There we go. And you guys can now vote on this thing. And then the amount of time it took for me to do that, which was a pretty big bit of time, I only got 2 more comments. I really am. This is pretty pathetic. Why is it I always get some more people? Why is it the watch alongs always attract so many people? Godzilla Twisters is an unnecessary sequel as well. Haven't seen the first one, so I cannot comment. I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that Godzilla voted for The Living Daylights and Film Kid most likely voted for Inglourious Bastards. But, what is it? Chronicles of Yarny, if you're still in here, and Tiara, if you guys are still in here, you guys can vote on the poll so I don't have to be in such a... Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Somebody's having a debate on which film to watch. Looks like Inglourious Bastards is now winning. Is it the one I'm wanting to win? Probably not. I want to watch. I would say Braveheart by far is the one that's going to be the best of the 3. It is definitely, debatably the best of the 3. Filmkin Tarantino doesn't have any purpose, any purposeful sequels. He didn't want Kill Bill to be a 2-part movie, but they made him do it as a 2-part movie. Yeah, I think it would have been better as just a long film. A very long film, but it would still probably been better as that. I really need to get on the Kill Bill 1 and 2. Even though 2, I don't know what I'm gonna think of 2. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So far, 3 votes. And Inglourious Bastards is winning. I'll take a little water break. Have not seen either. Film could do a pre-ranking of all the Tarantino movies. Probably Death Proof in last place. Then the one that Donnie Darko or something, the one that you watched on like a car right after like the Matrix Revolutions, that one. And I may be forgetting one, but then probably Kill Bill Volume 2, then probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Kill Bill, Django, and then actually no, Inglourious Bastards would be probably above Kill Bill, then Django, then definitely Pulp Fiction will be my favorite. There's no way any of them have anywhere close to the ability to top Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is like best of the best material. I would be surprised if Django, which is probably going to be my second favorite, even came close. Godzilla, if you did see the original, would you think Twisters was unnecessary? It depends on if I like it or not, and if I think it's the ending is good. But it depends, really. Folks, you missed The Hateful Eight and Reservoir Dogs. Oh, Hateful Eight will probably be above maybe Kill Bill 2, and Reservoir Dogs will be in last. I'm joking. Probably above Hateful Eight. That's my ranking. I have no idea what's gonna. I'm gonna try and get some director rankings out in the future, guys. So Christopher Nolan's already on his way. I just need to finish up Inception, then watch Interstellar, then I can put out the ranking. I'm gonna get a Quentin Tarantino one out soon, maybe soon some Wes Anderson ranking, even though I don't know it's how long I'm going to be able to, if I can do a rank of his, because his is basically just the same sort of movie over and over, and like the plot or just the way that he structures his film. So it's basically just like watching the same film over and over. So I don't know if I'll do him, but probably the one whoever directed Whiplash and La La Land, probably him too. Probably not David Fincher. I can't do him probably, but I have some director rankings in the future that are coming. Okay, you're most likely not going to be able to watch Wes Anderson films, because the reason I couldn't watch the last 3 movies is because they had full frontal nudity. One of them, which one? I can't tell what that one says. Film Kit, which is the French Dispatch, has some stuff about. Okay, let's not mention that part in the chat, especially since Chronicles of Yarny is still a innocent person, so we don't want to show her some of the stuff. I'll just say that. Oh, this is easy, not even close. Actually, Arnold's close, but actually, no, not really. Actually, I would say it's definitely Sylvester Stallone. No comment there. And he just gonna say this. Sylvester Stallone, he's awesome. In this household of mine, in my room, he is everything. I have a poster of First Blood right there. Rocky is one of my favorite films of all time. First Blood is in my top 3 of all time. Not even close. Keanu Reeves has some pretty bad acting. But, and thank you. But Stallone, his acting, he can be dramatic. He can be funny sometimes. He can really miss that mark sometimes. It depends, but he can be funny. He can be dramatic. He can be likable, unlikable. He can be the entire package. He's been in comic book films. He's been in dramas, comedies. He's been in action films. That's probably his most well-known genre. He's in everything. He has all sorts of these great things. He's Rambo. Like, how many guys can actually brag about the fact that they brought 2 of the most iconic movie characters to the big screen? Sylvester Stallone is one of the few that can, and both of them have R as their first thing. Rambo and Rocky. Okay, maybe not Rambo because technically his first name is John, but we'll look past that. We'll look past that. Film Kid, I honestly really don't think that Pulp Fiction could be my favorite Tarantino. You disgust me. And I honestly do not think that RoboCop should even be in anyone's top 100 favorite films of all time, but here we are. I still have that hatred, I still do, and I'm proud of it. I embrace it. But I think Stallone is everything. He is fantastic. I could gush about this guy for hours, because save for Keanu Reeves is cool, but let's be honest, John Wick, which is probably his most well-known franchise, he barely acts in that one at all. 1, he acts in it a decent bit. Then 2, he doesn't act as much in it. 3, they slowly stop utilizing him. And 4, he barely speaks at all. He is very minimalized in those films. He is a very underwhelming actor for thinking about his acting. He has some really bad acting. I've seen that, but he is still good. Plus, if you also take a look at the Matrix franchise, that's a pretty bad franchise. The second film is okay, but not very good if we're thinking about it. Reloaded is not very good. Then you get to Revolutions, which is really bad and a pretty bad conclusion to this franchise. And then you get to Resurrections, which is awful and is a terrible sequel to sorry, I'm trying to think. He gave a. Okay, never mind. But yeah, Resurrections is a terrible film. Film Kid, you will not believe this. I was looking at this guy on Letterboxd. He gave Whiplash Whiplash a star, and then gave Madam Web 5 stars. He's a troller for sure. No one is that stupid. And anyone that likes Madam Web will only call it a guilty pleasure. The film is not good. I know that. I know that. I know the film wasn't good. I've heard some of the stuff about it. I even watched the trailer, and it looks like I cannot even tell at the moment which film is going to be worse, Kraven the Hunter or Madam Web. They both look terrible, especially Kraven the Hunter. That one is woof. Speaking of woof, I now have my dog barking, so if you hear that in the background, I'm very sorry. But yikes, talk about yikes. How do you make such a bad trailer in Kraven the Hunter? I'm only going there for the Carnage candy. I know the film is going to suck. That film will most likely be bottom 3. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wish my dog did not need to be barking. SBC Unleashed is here saying, "Hey bro, how are you doing? I am doing good. Excited for the Revenge of the Sith watch along that is in a bit of a long time away, to be honest, but still looking forward to it a lot and been doing good and been doing fun." Oh, brother. Yeesh. If anyone has dogs, they will know immediately how it can get annoying when they start their barking habits. Oh, brother. But we kind of can, and we can't. Sorry. We kind of can't do anything because they're too cute. Something that dogs always have. They have to be so cute so we can't punish them. They always have to give us the puppy eyes. No. We're too cute. We can't do this. SPC Unleashed. Yes, sir. Watching the new Avatar Netflix show. It's pretty good so far. I was waiting until somebody would tell me what it's like first so I can now check it out because it depends on the day, really, but I hated the. I really liked the live action adaptation of the Avatar movie when I first saw it. I really do not like it now. I keep going back between 2.5 and then 1/2. 2.5 one day, and then next day I'm like, okay, this is 1.5. This is like one of the worst films I've seen in my life. It is so, and it's still even the Legend of Korra is somehow worse than that. I have no idea how. Both are like basically unwatchable. But the Last Airbender show was at least shorter. But I couldn't even get through Legend of Korra. I got through like 2 episodes, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is how do people like this? This is so terrible. But yikes. Okay. Okay, we have. Okay. SPC Unleashed. It's on par with the original show. I haven't seen the Last Airbender movie. I really liked Korra. I hated Korra so much. If we were going off like top 10 movies and shows that are in my like bottom of all time, like top least favorites, that is like in my top, not top 5, but it is borderline. It is in my top 10 probably. I hated that so much. But I will not be surprised if I like it if it is on par with the original show for me because I'm gonna get a heat for this, but hot take, I think the Last Airbender show is very overrated. People calling it like the greatest of all time. I think it's good, but I don't think it's that good. There's like much better shows out there. I just think that it's not one that can be that good. I like it, but still. Yuki says, "Yo, hey." I'm kidding. I also agree with that. I used to really like the live action Last Airbender. Now I can't stand the movie, and please forgive me for saying this, but I can't even stand the show. The show I can imagine people not working it for. The comedy can be it can be weird. I do not like anime whatsoever. That's like the only one I can even tolerate. That show is the only anime I can even tolerate. But anime is just so weird. It has its problems. Godzilla. Heat stars Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Val Kilmer. I know. I want to see it. Film Kid keeps begging me to see it. And speak of the devil. Heat is an amazing movie. See? And there we go. But I have a lot of shows I need to check out. The Bad Batch just debuted. It's a few days ago, or possibly today. I have no idea actually right now. But Bad Batch debate. It's debuted its 3-episode premiere, so I need to check that out because I did really enjoy the first 2 seasons. So I do need to check out Bad Batch, and I do need to check out So I need to check out the Last Airbender show too. I don't think he's here. I need to binge through the first 2 seasons. They're a bit episodic, but they're still good. They're not like top tier Star Wars, but they're not bottom tier. There's a lot of bottom tier Star Wars. That's my favorite franchise of all time. Recently, it is now my favorite franchise. But boy, they have some rough stuff like the Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, Solo. Those are really bad. SPC Unleashed, I agree. It's pretty good. I didn't see it until late 2021, early 2022 for the first time. I watched it around the same time, like 2020 to 2021 is when I watched it. So I did not grow up with it. I was Film Kid, thoughts on Ahsoka? I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I couldn't even finish it. I didn't even finish it. I did not get through too much of it. How does it take this dog so long to... I'm not saying the name of my dog because I don't want to do anything too drastic, but yeesh, she really enjoys to make a scene. Again, if you guys have dogs, you will understand. It's always funny how a lot of people do not relate to anyone at all, but as soon as you say talk about a dog, you can immediately relate to anyone because dogs are pretty much always the same. Have a bad attitude, but they're always so adorable and cute and cuddly, and like to do that. Godzilla, have you seen Collateral? Nope. It's directed by the same guy who did Heat, starring Tom Cruise and what's his face? I can't remember his name. What the? Film Kid, I'm going to get a Whiplash, Social Network, and Scarface poster. Jamie Foxx, yes, Jamie Foxx. That's his name. That's what's his face's name. But I need to see Collateral. I hear it's great. I hear it's one of Tom Cruise's best. And he has a lot of great films. He has Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible 4, Mission Impossible 5, Mission Impossible 6, Mission Impossible 7. A lot of his best films are Mission Impossible. We'll just say that. He has Top Gun Maverick, the original Top Gun. He has Collateral. He has... I wouldn't call Tropic Thunder because I think he's just a cameo in that one. I haven't seen it yet. My dad literally saw it a few days ago. He may have seen it for the first time. I don't know. I didn't ask. But what else does he? Minority Report is also supposed to be a good one. Jamie Foxx. Oh yeah. Sorry, Yuki. Have you seen Taylor Swift the Eras Tour? I have not. I think Taylor Swift is wildly overrated. As it is unbelievable the amount of praise she gets versus the amount she deserves. So I did not check it out. I hear it's good, but I am so soured on her with the amount of praise she gets. The fact that the Super Bowl was one of the most popular and the only reason people tuned in was because of the fact that her husband was, or her boyfriend or something was playing. That was pathetic. Okay, but also a lot of that was also because of the fact that a lot of people are also just watching because they wanted the trailer for Deadpool 2. I mean, not Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 was in 2018. Deadpool 3, which I am sorry to say I was kind of underwhelmed about it. It didn't seem as fantastic as I thought it was, but that's not the film's fault at all. I felt the only reason that it would have hit harder, but the fact is I was not surprised by Wolverine at all. It's because everyone on the internet has been such... No swearing here, but... They have been massively spoiling the film, leaking everything about it. It's gotten to the point to where Ryan Reynolds has gotten so annoyed, he literally leaked a fake photo of him and Wolverine fighting a predator. He got that annoyed, he made a fake photo. Ugh, these jerks that have been spoiling it, because we've been complaining a lot about how we need some more practical effects. We need to stop doing all this green screen. Well, we now can't do we now have to resort to the green screen. Why? Because when we go out public, people take photos and leak stuff. Oh, man, I hate that people have been doing that. Not their business at all. Godzilla, have you seen There Will Be Blood? No. I believe a buddy of mine, Jay Lewis, really enjoys it, so I need to check it out. Godzilla. Have you listened to Nine Inch Nails? Never heard of it. But anyway, rant over with that thing. But they wait, which watch longest? Let's see. I'm taking a look. So everyone, be sure to come and tomorrow, because tomorrow Film Kid and I, who again speak of the devil, on not Saturday, Friday, we are going to be doing a watch along for Top Gun Maverick. So be sure to stay tuned for that. At least then he and I at least have someone to talk to, so I'm not having to rely too much on the chat for the ability to speak. There we go. Okay. There. Okay. It's a band. Don't get. I'm watching There Will Be Blood Saturday early, so I'll try. Got it. Okay. My neck. There we go. Bit tired, but I'm at least being able to entertain some people. Well, the people that are in here. So, and anyway, if you guys are in here, thank you so much for this. This is always great that people are taking time out of their day to at least try and support me with this live stream thing. Another quick little water break, hoping that we get a flood of comments that'll take a while for me to answer. Sadly, Inglourious Basterds is winning the poll. Film Kid, don't go in thinking No Country for Old Men is the greatest thing of all time. Austin Burke overhyped it. Overhyped it. I know I still really enjoyed it, but it's definitely not up there as a best. There's RoboCop. Yeah, until the day you die, I'm still going to be bringing that up. And if I end up loving the film until the day I die, you're going to be bringing that up. So you better hope I do not like the film. I better hope I don't like the film, or I'm going to have to deal with you for the rest of my life. Please think that RoboCop is overrated. Please. It's not much to ask. Godzilla, you should at least listen to one of their songs to see if you like it. Film Kid, Ledger, remember what I gave RoboCop the other day? I can switch it back at any moment. Don't you dare, Buster. I'm in charge around these parts. And I can easily switch 7 to a 4.5. I can. I'll do it. And just so you know, Film Kid, RoboCop. I have a poster of a top 100 top 100 films of like the films that have been like the most critically acclaimed or the ones that people love the most. RoboCop isn't on there, and I doubt if they actually extended it to 200, RoboCop still wouldn't be on there. Ugh. I wouldn't even mean the top 300. Oops. There we go. Yep, sadly, Inglourious Basterds has right now won the poll. Because I do love Pulp Fiction, but I don't know if Inglourious Basterds will be as much my style. Godzilla, the hand that feeds is what the song is called. Okay. Hey, you guys should see us when we're actually on a call together. Then you'll think we have great banter. We always make the joke that we're basically like Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. Only he's probably more Samuel L. Jackson because he's more sassy than I am. Drew, hey everyone, what's up? Doing good. Bit sad that I have basically no one here, but still doing decent. Looks like right now all I have in here are the moderators. Everyone else seems to be gone. Okay. I think I'll just go out on a whim and just do this for 30 more minutes just to entertain people. Just so I can give a good another an hour and a half live stream. That's what I've usually been doing. And remember to hit that like button. Hold on, guys. I'm taking a second. I'm trying to do something. Okay, you don't have to go. You don't have to go for too much longer. Yeah, I'm just doing a half hour, so that's not too much longer. But I'll go for at least some people to answer some questions and stuff. Oops. Film Kid, best Spider-Man movie, the original from 2002, but the second film and No Way Home are close. But I would still give it to the original by a hair. Godzilla. I know you aren't that much of a music fan, but you should try it out. I'll look into it. Just like Batman says in Batman Begins. I'll look into it. But that voice did kind of annoy me throughout that trilogy, which I did notice when I went through the entire franchise by marathoning them. The Batman voice kind of just gets more egregious as the franchise goes along. It's by far the most egregious, probably in The Dark Knight Rises, because whenever he does it, like there's a certain scene where he is like, there's a certain scene where like he's yelling at Bane, like saying, "Where is it? Where's the bomb?" or something, and he's yelling with the voice, and it sounds horrendous. It's laughable. You should at some point. Film Kid, Planet of the Apes movies watch party. If you're meaning the trilogy, I'd love to. I really want to get them done because for Rise and Dawn, it'll be a rewatch for you, and you'll be able to see my reaction as a first time watch. I have not seen Rise, Dawn, or War. Meanwhile, you have not seen War, but you've seen Rise and Dawn. So if you're willing to, I would like to do a live stream because I own all three. Where's the trigger? Oh yeah, that is what he says. That's what he says. Where's the trigger? Where is it? And that scene when he's like yelling, it is. Oh man, it also really gets hurt by the fact that when you watch what is it? When you watch Ben Affleck's version and you realize that it was so easy to change that by just putting in like a moderating voice that changes his voice when he talks, it becomes even worse. Thinking instead of doing that extremely annoying voice, you could easily have just done something like what Ben Affleck did. So that one just really does annoy me. It says yes. So if you want to plan them, if you want to do them over on your channel or my channel, let me know. But I would because I'm gonna try, because that'll mean I'll need to like binge the other ones. I still need to get done with Conquest, Battle. I think there's one more after that. No, Conquest and Battle. Then I think it's the remake, and then I have the new ones. So not too heavy. And I also that will be good because I'll do that leading up to Kingdom, which I'm going to see in theaters. I am making sure I will do that. Logan, I have a question for you. Are you able to watch Breaking Bad? My parents have a lot of the show purchased. I hope so. I hear it's great. but I don't know actually. Considering it is a grown-up show, I don't know. I would not be surprised if I'm not. But just let me know the times, Film Kid, when you want to do a watch along for the first one, which is Rise. Just within reason, give me a little bit of time to get done with Conquest and Battle and the remake. And is there any more? Oh yeah, and Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Beneath, there's that one too. I can't believe I keep forgetting that one. Godzilla, or like Michael Keaton's more normal voice, which is still effective. Which I actually have a problem with that one because it felt like that one's obvious because it means that pretty much anyone like his villains, his like Joker is pretty stupid if he managed to meet Bruce Wayne in that film, and he talks the way he does, and then right after he talks to Batman, and then he still sounds the way he does, and he doesn't realize. I mean, he is played by Jack Nicholson, but that was pretty stupid that he couldn't catch on to the fact, just like, hello, you're listening to the guy right now. So I felt like when he did his normal voice, it just makes no sense. That's one of the reasons why Michael Keaton's, he's not one of the best Batman. I think Ben Affleck's probably better. He's definitely on the weaker side of Ben Affleck, but still, he's a good one. But Bale's definitely better. If we're going objectively off of the Batman, then maybe what is it? Pattinson and Bale are miles better. Miles. It's not even close. In acting, maybe even Val Kilmer. Actually, no, not Val Kilmer, but still. If we're going off of Bruce Wayne, Val Kilmer is debatably the best. Him and Bale fight for that one, but they're both great as Bruce Wayne. Film Kid, I might have to go, but I'll try to stay. Okay, just let me know when we're doing the watch along for the Planet of the Apes. But man, am I pumped to see those ones. I know that some of those are going to be my favorites of all time. I know Dawn is definitely going to be up there. Dawn is one that's probably made for me. Seeing apes on horses, wielding machine guns, doing war type stuff, and it feeling grounded and also feeling like something that's emotional and makes sense. Film Kid, I'm looking at the Blu-ray for No Time to Die, and I'm thinking about giving it a rewatch, but I have to give it a rewatch at some point. If I can get my Bond ranking done time, then you and I, since my dad hates No Time to Die for no reason, just because he thinks it's woke, maybe you and I could try like an off-screen like watch along on that one, because an on-screen one would be too long, because that film was nearly 3 hours. That film is long. But that would be good. Because I do want to see that one. I rewatched the ending yesterday. I love the ending. I've seen the ending many times. I got it spoiled for me, so I was like, you know what? No, I'm just watching this thing. This is so awesome of an ending. It's an emotional one, but still great. Man, there's no way the film could fumble hard. Pretty much, like 99% of Bond fans will agree that's top tier Bond. And those who don't will at least agree it's a great film. But I know for a fact, based on my taste in films, based on something will not be surprised if Quantum of Solace or Spectre, which are definitely going to be my two least favorites in the Bond franchise, my two least favorites in the Daniel Craig Bond run films. I would not be surprised if I had my least favorite of the Daniel Craig films above The Spy Who Loved Me, which is my favorite of the Roger Moore films. I hated Roger Moore as Bond. I thought he was terrible. I thought his acting was pretty bad. I thought that he was by far the creepiest of all the Bonds with some of the stuff he does, especially in the earlier ones like Live and Let Die. Like, if you've seen the film, you know what I mean. He does some messed up stuff, like especially to that one girl where he like takes her virginity and he's like almost twice her age. It's creepy. And he is just such a terrible Bond. Also, some of his ones are rough. Like A View to a Kill is the worst Bond film outside of Never Say Never Again, which is A View to a Kill is awful. Live and Let Die is not good. Neither is The Man with the Golden Gun. Probably not even Moonraker 2. Maybe not even Octopussy, or he has almost all of his films are bad. Almost all of them. Like, I have no idea why people like him at all. Yep. Wait, hold on. Godzilla, you could even make a separate channel dedicated to listening to music if you want. Just an idea. I have thought about getting a second channel. Just don't know what I would do with it. But that's kind of like what Nick does. Called the Metal Junkie, which is what he does. Film Kid, Keep Watch Burn, Goldfinger, From Russia with Love, and Dr. No. Oh, that's a hard one. In terms of rewatchability, I'm having to burn Goldfinger, which is actually my favorite of the three. But of the three, I would say it's the one I'm going to rewatch the least. Oh, checkmate, Film Kid. Watch Dr. No and Keep From Russia with Love. I am not shocked at all that Jay put From Russia with Love above Goldfinger as his like number 2 Bond film. I on some days might have it above Goldfinger. It is so fantastic. But Film Kid, you and I need to do like an off-screen watch along for From Russia with Love, maybe possibly even after this stream. But because I need to see your reactions to this, because man, is that a good film, man. About 24 more minutes. Dang it. Inglourious Basterds is still in the lead. Speaking of the topic that we started a little bit ago, Drew, have you seen Tropic Thunder? No, I have not. My dad watched it for the first time. I don't know, honestly, but he watched it a few days ago. It's on Paramount Plus. I just got Paramount Plus, so I will probably see it at some point, as well as something like No Country for Old Men, but I need to see that one. I hear it's one of the best comedies of all time. And comedies, there's some great ones like Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Did all of them have to come from Jim Carrey in 1994? You have Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Liar, Liar. Why are all of these Jim Carrey films? Why does he have to make so many classic comedies? But man, comedies are really good, even if Film Kid does hate them. And Film Kid is right now yelling at me, even if he does. Doing the coin flipping thing. I'm now Harvey Dent as Two-Face. Heads you live, tails you die. Let's see. Nope. Screwed that one up. 1 second while I redecide your fate. Heads. So you actually live. Don't know who I'm talking to though, because I think I have basically no one left right now. Why is it that I kept getting so many very popular ones, but now so many Film Kid. Hate is a strong word. The fact that there is no perfect comedies out there is the right word. The Mask is perfect. Ace Ventura is almost perfect. Dumb and Dumber is perfect. Anchorman is perfect. Boom, 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 and boom, and in that order. Garfield, that's coming out next year, will most likely be perfect. It's going to be probably a 4.5 out of 5. That one I know I'm going to love. I'm a diehard Garfield fan. I have nearly all the Garfield like books, so I love the character. I'm going to see it with 2 friends that also love Garfield, so that in their family, so that'll be families, so that'll be really fun. Okay. Godzilla says, have you seen The Truman Show? It's one of Jim Carrey's most serious roles. I have not. I have seen Jim Carrey's probably his most serious role in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I just watched that one. It was good. It's a bit overrated, kind of. I did not think it was even close to like the masterpiece. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 because I really respect it, but it's not one that I would say is like one of the greatest of all time. But it is a good one, nevertheless. Not one I'm also really wanting to rewatch, and a bit confusing. Not a bit, actually, a lot. Then explain you had to give Ventura, The Mask, Anchorman all 4.5 and not 5 if they're perfect. I said Ace Ventura is almost perfect. The Mask and Anchorman I need to bump up to 5 probably. There, and in that order. Man, I am good. Dang it, heads again. You guys get to live. Okay, heads again. You guys get to live. Can I stop getting heads? Okay, finally, tails. Glad I had this quarter here to at least entertain you by flipping it, since I have basically nothing else to do because I have very few people in the chat. Oh man, I know this is gonna come back to bite me with obviously I'm gonna have this one which barely got any views, and then I'm gonna have my most likely my watch along for Top Gun Maverick, and then Transformers Dark of the Moon, which had been scheduled a while in advance. So most likely people are gonna try and laugh in my face by then saying, by then having it over flooding, but then I can't answer all the questions because both films are like 2.5 hours long. Actually, they may be more than that. Top Gun Maverick's long, but so is Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon is 2.5 hours long. It's like, I think it's like 2:34. As in like 2 hours and 34 minutes. Like, it's long. Phil, you can end it here. I don't have anything to say. Then I think I will probably end it here. I can talk to you whenever you want, Film Kid, about the Planet of the Apes thing, but just let me know when you want to talk about that. But I think I will end it here. So thank you all so much for this. Be sure, if you guys love my channel, to go support me on Patreon. That is the best way right now to support me. And thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.